Yes, my people, we're back again. Deck 1, Deck 2 podcast representing episode 39 up in this brass club.
What number?
39?
38.
No way. It's not 38, it's 39, bro.
35,
No,
Lower Squad.
Okay.
36, Fifth Avenue. 37, Lani. 38,
Same thing.
today.
Same thing. Episode 38.
He's almost there.
We want to come again and select Deck 1, Deck 2 in the building. Episode 38. You get me? And we are here with one of the. Let me give you know like I'm good with my intros.
Yeah, go on. Give him
So I'm gonna say one of the most dynamic hosts in the game. And a very sick DJ. He's one of the very few that can do both to a high standard.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
Yeah, we spoke about that in episode 36, 5. Yeah.
36.
We spoke about that. You get me? So he's one of the few that can do it to a top level, both. But there's more strings to the bow.
Yeah.
Why for the bow?
What?
He's CEO and founder and concoction maker for AC Rum. I'm assuming that you make them, but either way, they back. And one of the baddest UK dancehall artists around town. We got man like Supa Nytro in the building, man. Wow. And we got Combe in the building too.
I don't know. There's stuff in the building.
Yeah, he pulled out Whitey today. You know what I mean? Sometimes he roll with the green one and the purple one.
With the red one.
You get me? Which one gets jealous though? Which one is your favourite?
Don't pay attention to their feelings.
Say that don't matter. No, don't matter. So we got Nytro in the building, man. What about my bro?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm alright, man. I'm alright. We tried to get you on a little while ago. I know we had you on one episode. That episode. I want to try and insert the clip of the pants. just
that was the Zoom.
Yeah.
On my yard,
Yeah, that's what happened.
my yard, friend.
Man, Papa does the Zoom thing. You know when people get up.
You got just up.
100%.
Top up.
You get me? So we got naturally, but it's been a minute. But as I said, it's been a fantastic couple of years for you, in my opinion. I've heard of you for a very long time, but over the last 3 or 4 years, I would say your dominance in the scene has been amazing. You get what I'm saying? And you seem to have like fantastic crowd control, which separates you from a lot of hosts, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people can host along to the music and keep the thing moving, but your crowd control is sick. It's like people just seem to listen to you. You got that fucking
Teacher,
yeah.
Headmaster.
Yeah.
Everybody, stop right now!
I seen in park crowds like fucking Moses, and then everybody run up and down, and then people losing their minds,
Running into each other.
Yeah, and I'm like, you don't have to listen, people. I says, no, step out of it. You're in the sunken place.
You have to listen. Don't listen to this.
Dynamic, man. It's dynamic. So let's just start from the beginning. How long have you been in the business? Selecting, DJing, what did you get done first? How did you get into it? What's the start? We bust this one. We're working with Tropical.
So.
I started falling in love with DJing around 04, 05, 2004, 2005, and I went legitimately into DJing around 2007.
Okay.
So like for the first 2 years, I was just downloading music and getting around, seeing how people play, see how things sound, seeing where I could potentially fit in, and then kind of bubbled from 07 to 08. I quit my job, my daughter was born, and I thought I'm going to give it 1 year. I'm going to give music 1 year and see what happens. And after that, I'll get it done.
Okay, so you said, hold on, this is a bit mad to me. Why is it mad, yeah? It's because you went full time straight away.
No, I didn't go full time. I mean, I quit my job and tried DJing. I didn't go full time. I was doing that part time stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
but you gave DJing a good try by giving it the time.
Yes.
And for a lot of people, the reason it takes so long to, because it's that hobby that you can only do in your spare time.
Yeah.
And you'd never give it that full attention. But
So
to quit your job and to go hard, that will put you. That will give you some major
I
head
think you gave me
start.
2 years ahead.
Yeah,
I think you gave me a 2-year jump. Yeah.
That's sick.
I wasn't getting paid though.
You can drink to that.
Yeah,
Are you not drinking?
I ain't drinking nothing.
Okay. It's a bit confusing. No man
the man brings his own drink,
and don't hear man.
but don't drink it.
Don't drink it. That's
That's for you guys.
you know it's like it. Going into a barber's and they're all dreads. Like, what? You don't trust haircuts?
You're not trivious.
No.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
I'm driving.
So
I'm not local like you, man.
yeah.
I'm not local.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
We're not driving that
We're
one.
not driving. We don't drive.
Uber.
so yeah.
Okay, that's interesting, as I said, because you've given yourself a head start.
Mm.
What was your influences to get involved in music? Though? What was your family background or?
I've always done music. Like I've always done, like carnival, steel pan, playing the drums, that kind of stuff. But music-wise, it was my sister. My sister was heavy into dancehall.
Okay.
Heavy. And at college, some of the men would walk around with the old school boombox then, blazing out some Cash Money mix.
You show your age.
But-
Had a boombox, you know.
I'm not young.
Mighty.
Skin up and show.
Do the right thing.
Yeah,
Do the right thing.
So yeah, man, we used to walk around with a big old speaker, playing music and that. And my sister took me to my first event, which I was underage, as most of us were. And I went in and I just thought I could do this better than they were doing it. That's how I got into DJing. I was more into making music. In that stage, I was more into like production, more into drum patterns. But when I heard the man the DJ, I thought this looks interesting. But the stop, start, talk, stop, standing, phone, stop. I thought I could do better than that.
Okay.
So that's how I got into music.
Okay.
Or DJing anyway.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because a lot of people again have the sound story. Yeah, my dad was my uncle or whatever.
No, never had that.
So just to go somewhere and see it and be like,
Yeah, I was
we can do that. In fact, I can do that better.
Yeah.
That's quite random though.
It's random. That's what I'm saying. It's
Because
interesting.
that is not, a lot of people don't take that route.
Yeah.
They do kind of have someone or some cousin, brother, uncle, aunt, anyone. Do you know what I mean?
So
that was involved.
how soon after that did you try? Obviously that was the kickstart in your mind, but
Yeah.
how soon after that did you try?
That was like early 04.
Mm.
So I started downloading straight away.
Okay.
I went home that
The
night.
LimeWire thing.
Bruv, Kazaa, Bearshare, Napster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%.
That means you downloaded a lot of fuckery as well.
My computer laptop, a good few times.
A lot of them milking it. I did not have sexual relationship with that lady.
Yeah, started downloading, then ran into trouble in the terms of like you couldn't get full rhythms, you get piece of rhythms and stuff like that. So yeah, it took me like 7 months, and back then I didn't have broadband. It was DSL. It was DSL.
Yeah.
No, we were past that. It was DSL.
Yeah.
So it was relatively quick, but some songs would take 4 minutes and some songs would take an hour.
Yeah.
So you had to leave the computer running.
Just running.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a struggle,
100%.
A lot of people don't know about that struggle.
100%.
Even though it's less of a struggle than going to the record shop and not getting any love, not being able to buy the pieces because of who you are. That's a struggle. But waiting an hour and it's Vanilla Ice instead of Vibes Cartel is mad.
The wrong
everything.
You know that my man just put his song up and called it Vanilla Ice as baby. Random guy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Like you're like, raw. Nah. You gotta go find and then try it.
You gotta do it again.
Again.
Start searching again. Nah, I don't trust this one.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, so that's got you into the business now. Like, that was DJing, right?
Yeah.
Did you start DJing and hosting straight away?
No, I didn't. I was afraid of that fire phone.
It's mad, isn't it?
Never touched that fire phone.
Yeah, but that's loads of DJs.
Yes, but
And you can see
the
loads
reason,
of DJs.
the reason I say that, yeah, is because you don't need to say fire phone because he said it.
Off the mic.
Okay, cool, yeah. Don't make them how these push you down. Scared to talk through. Yeah.
Of the talker device. So I'm trying to think about it.
Fire stick or everything. But yeah, the reason I asked that is because of how commanding he is. Do you know what I mean? Some people just have it straight away. So like, this drink's doing this.
Again, you're not meant to. This drink ain't ready for you. You're meant to like chase it. You need a chaser.
Bro,
You want to chase it? You want some juice?
can't change one punch.
Well, you need that. You need, well, every time last week, it's him. It's good, you know. No, it's it. Look, this is for you, bro. Anyway, what it is very good advertisement that this is a rum punch that you need if you're a drinker.
Yeah.
Because clearly,
It touches
It's
so
really nice, man.
clearly it's a strong rum.
It's
You know what I
really
mean? Rum punch.
and it tastes really nice.
And it tastes good. And it's got glitter. There's loads of little bonuses. You know what I mean?
ACN.com.
ACN.com. And if you use promo code
Deck 1, Deck 2.
Deck 1, Deck 2, you
10% off.
get 10% off.
Let me get on that as soon as this is finished.
That's all.
Right, what, we're throwing that in for real?
Yeah, that's all.
Alright, there you go, guys. Throw that in.
Deck on, Deck
Yeah, what I want to
It's
ask.
Christmas time.
Go on us, because this is not a normal thing. How did we get to Supa Nytro?
Oh, yeah.
Because that is like, what is a super? What is a
Like
nitro?
the name.
You know, yeah, like the name.
Oh,
How
the
did we?
name.
How did we get to that? Like, how did that get kind of plucked out of the air? And
I was running for Bannisters, so Northwest London. I was doing athletics,
okay,
and I had
as you can see.
a real good,
I used to do athletics. That's Honey Hill Harriers.
as we
Oh yeah,
can't,
you did have that conversation.
as we can't see.
Don't rap with me now. Your one days are gone, bro. Us three in this building are all the same, just different shapes.
You're still lifting up the gym.
Bro, he is not how he was, bro. He has got what we've got. He's just got muscle on top of it, yeah? He's got, don't be fooled. Yeah? Don't be fooled. Bro. Just because he can skip.
Yeah, I used to sprint 100 meters and relay, and I had a real good start. And because I had a good start, they would call me Nitro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So Nitro came from that.
That nitrogen.
What was your PB?
What, athletics?
Yeah,
100 meters?
100 meters.
11:50 something.
We could go in the relay. I mean, not in relay, in the hundreds. You can go in the
That's good.
Be in the back, what you be in there.
Yeah.
No, in the Olympics, he wouldn't do a lot, but that is a fucking fast speed.
For local speeds, yeah, but I stopped
Yeah.
training. So if I'd continued, I think I would have broken that down to maybe like an early 11, late 10. But I didn't continue training. Went to work.
So then where did the super come?
Super came from a youth called Ras Snoop in Northwest London.
Well,
So,
just threw it.
No, he would see me with my partner at the time. We'd see me and my partner, we'd go out, we'd mixing, we playing or we're standing around and we go,
DJ part.
yeah. No. My actual
Okay.
my partner.
Okay.
And he would see me in the club and be like, Nitro, Nitro, see the super there? You know super, and she had the super. And then it stopped.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So,
Bro.
yeah,
And that's like
it
just
stuck.
ran with it.
It stuck.
Oh, is
It
it?
wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't name myself. The Nitro was me.
Mm.
The super came from him. And then everybody in that circle started to call me Super
Super.
and Super Nitro. And then, so I just put the two together.
It works because DJ Nitro doesn't have the same.
It doesn't kick the same now.
It doesn't, even that if you did have that, it would
You'd be used
have
to it.
worked. You'd be used to it, but it doesn't have the same kick.
And I never put DJ on it. I
Yeah.
refuse to put DJ on it.
Yeah, it's brand. It's just super.
DJ
nice.
Super
Yeah,
Nitro.
it's long.
It's a lot.
It's long.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, cool. So that's how Supernatural came about. Fast you.
Mm.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Fast you.
Fast you. When would you say that you really done the hosting thing and like how did that kick up? All right, look, I'm gonna keep it real, yeah.
Mm.
For DJing skills, that's when I first heard about you. I think you're up there as a DJ.
Give
You're
thanks.
up there with the best of them.
I try.
And but where you excel
Mm.
is with your hosting, and it's because you are like the last of a dying breed, innit? Like in my opinion, do you get what I'm saying? There's hosts that can, I'm talking stage host,
Mhm.
not stand next to the man, and you know what I mean. But you're a stage host. You can do that.
Mhm.
There's not many that can really do that on the stage, command it, walk up and down, work the left side of the room,
Mm.
work the right side of the room,
Mm-hmm.
and make people do what you say.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
I'm a host and that ain't easy.
It's not easy.
Tell you that much for free.
It's not easy.
I've had some howlers.
Yeah.
You know, I've had some howlers. I've had some times where I've tried to tell them to,
Yeah.
and they're just running into each other,
Yeah.
not on purpose,
Yeah.
but like split, but they're running into each. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the
It happens.
like it's about presence.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like to command, like everybody can like talk on the microphone, but to get people to do what you want. It's the command. It's like when did you realise that was a talent?
I didn't realise it was a talent.
Yeah.
It wasn't innate. 2008, after I'd done the year, I left Northwest. I was in Northwest. I was in the gully. I was in Dreams nightclub. I was the last of the DJs coming into that. You know what I mean? So you were the one that played whenever they said, or if you didn't play, it didn't matter. None of us got paid.
Yeah.
So it didn't make a difference. So in that period, I just thought, this is uni. Because I was working. I went back to work, so I was making money. So I wasn't worried about making money from music. So when I went back into playing music and I'm looking at my peers, I was like, everyone can mix. We're all good mixers. But it wasn't very good hosts. So there was a gap. So then I left Northwest because the competition in Northwest, you'll find in the gully, there's a lot of talent in the gully. When you leave and go into the city, the talent level is completely different. So you go amongst new peers and you're like, oh, I'm naturally where you are because of the scrap that we've been doing down here in the sticks. So when I went to
harder fight there.
Much harder.
Yeah. So you come out of the gully and it's hard fight, and you go to the city and it's like
it's easier. The only difference with the city was that there were cliques.
Yeah.
So you had to break into cliques and stuff, and it took a while because you were the gully DJ and blah, blah, blah. But when I went into the city, it became more apparent that they weren't very good hosts. And I'm not dissing anybody. It was just where I'm coming from. The guys had swagger, style, charisma. They were confident. And when I went to the city, everyone kind of just spoke along to the music. No one was edgy. No one was risky. No one was pushing boundaries. So I thought, I'm going to try my best to eke out a path as one of the best hosts in the city. So 2009 up until about 2012, my only goal was to be a good host. I could already mix. I didn't worry about that.
Yeah, because that's under your belt already.
Yeah. So that's how that came.
So what kind of host would you say or selectors were your inspiration when you were looking at becoming a host?
Mataran.
Mataran.
Always been Mataran.
Yeah.
Always been. From the get-go. There was nobody in the UK that kind of influenced me in that sense. Not to say that they weren't good. I took different things from different people. I mean, DJ Face had his time. You had like Moonlight and them that had their time. So Slicks and Dags had his time. And there was good points, Invasion, MJ. There's good points like projection of the voice, or
you can pick bits from everyone.
Yeah. So different people had great things that I would look at and go, I want to learn that. I want to get better at that. And then I would take that and then amalgamate it with myself, and then come out with a different sort of energy. So yeah, that's hosting. I kind of took that and ran with it because nobody else was doing it. So back in say 2011, 12, 13, it was kind of a brave move because Nate and them man were doing Bachelor Party number 65, and it was a small venue. It was like 500 people, and then they would do the one-away events in Scala.
Yeah.
So they would do a one-away big one in Scala, and for the first couple, I stayed behind the booth, and then I was like, I'm too far.
Yeah.
I'm too far. So
Connection,
so I would leave the booth and come out, and that's when the persona grew. That's when the confidence grew, because I was the only one doing that at the time. But that comes from Stratford Rex with Face and Brando and that. The dancehall market does that, but the city market doesn't. So I brought that to
one's bossy and one isn't.
Yeah, one's about the juggle, one's about the rapid fire, and over there is about who can bring the forward with what you're saying plus the song. So I brought that to the forte, and it worked for me. It didn't work initially. Initially, people were looking at me like, "Yo, why are you talking to us so aggressively?" And then after a while, I would get you talk too much, or you swear too much, or you're too hype, or you gas up the crowd too much. But then I thought, I'm not going to let that knock, man, because everyone has a different style. So some people like tea, some people like coffee. If you don't like my style, go smoke. I'm not for you. So I kind of stuck to my guns. And the same people that would say those things then, fast forward 3 years later, would be the ones going, yo, you're the baddest thing, and yo, I like it. Yeah, so that's why I went.
You ain't even drank none since. That's what coffee don't drink from 10 minutes ago.
So yeah, that's why I went down the hosting route. It had pros and cons.
Yeah.
Some of my peers went down the promotion route, and you can see they became really big, successful promoters, and they were, clapping out numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
And others went down the scratching route.
Yeah.
They became
I think to separate yourself, you always got to look at, as you say, like what separates you from being just a good DJ.
Yeah.
Like what more can that add?
Yeah.
To be, because if you're just a good DJ, then there's 10 of you.
Yeah, you're in the boat with everybody else.
There's 10 of you.
Yeah.
So you got to know. So if you connect with someone so sometimes there are some DJs that manage to get through on being just a good DJ because of the way they play, and it just resonates with a few more people.
Yeah.
So, but that's really few and far between, because if you want a good DJ, there's, as I said, there's a pick of the bunch. So searching for that thing, and as I say, hosting, there are a few hosts that have the ability. Someone like, I always talk about Cappuccino from Big Business.
Yeah, his energy.
His energy is mad, and he's the first, or one of the only people that, when I first started meeting different DJs from different ends, that could do 10 minutes of just him talking.
Nice to see you. To see you.
Yeah, and happy birthday after 3. What's the birthday? What's the day? And like the thing is, Excel wouldn't speed up.
No.
You just turn on his laptop, they grab the mic and just turn it on, and then they just take their time. And Cap's good with that. Yeah. And that's not the average thing, because some DJs be on some. Yeah, so hold on. And then passing your energy for the whole room. Yeah. You're basically saying, room,
we're not ready.
Look at the DJ. Look at the DJ. How long, bro? How long? All right, cool. You know, say, boy,
technicals.
And it's just like technicals. And that's why we can't have that laptop, you know. That's the worst one. When they start bugging out on technology.
This is the equipment is always a problem.
It's the worst.
But we want you on.
Of course. Engineer. But why you want the engineer, bro? The laptop is 12 years old, bro. It's taking its time. Yeah, it's not. Engineer can't do nothing. So that there is something. It's nice when you can stop the music. People will say you talk too much because some people just want to hear music. Yeah. And if they hear the music, there's not enough vibes. They're not. You can't please everyone. So the moment you realise that's a good thing that you did by sticking to your guns, because that there is the important factor. That's what. Everybody you can think of here that's fantastic and successful in whatever field didn't start like that at the beginning. No way.
You have to find your way.
You got to find your way, and make people. This is what it's about. Make them follow that. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's all good. I'm glad that I'm glad it came out that way, and it wasn't something that just started, because then it'd been a bit like, well, how the fuck did he just have it naturally just like that? You have to learn.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Sick.
Definitely. That hosting thing, considering I never used to host, and then I started hosting, and my boy used to host. So it used to be me and my brother Links back in between 05 and 07, and then we went our separate ways. And that's when I took the year into music. And he taught me a bunch of good things. He taught me one of the best things I learned from him was whenever you're in a car, turn the radio on to like classical FM or I don't know, any dead station, and any song you hear coming in, introduce it. Find something to say that links with that song. Doesn't matter what song it is, doesn't matter if it's a classical beat, if you can feel an energy for it, introduce that song. So I would drive around in my car for hours, just talking to myself in the car, and you'll hear something like I don't know, Staying Alive. You get me, like doom 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 doom, and you hear that whole intro coming in. And once you hear that intro, you know where you can tell when a bit of it. So you know it's going from you can tell. So you have a story to tell in that 4 bars or that 8 bars before the you can tell. You get me? And then when the chorus comes in, you're talking 8 bars before the chorus comes in. So you know it's going to be So you got something coming in. Like for example, yeah, but they with that girl and the girl just want to fuck up the girl, just start stuck and he's like And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you just mess around with it.
If the idea isn't for you to then take that and then say, play Staying Alive, I've got something for it. No, it's about hearing something and then
being able to do it quickly,
That's sick.
So that's what I did.
People take that advice.
I don't think I used that method, but
that's sick, bro.
I think I was just in the mirror. Listen to
your style, See, Frank's one of my preferred hosts, based on the way we play together.
You mix he talks.
And he doesn't get involved.
He doesn't interrupt you.
No, so we get on very good like that. Yeah, you want to touch all the buttons.
But I think you know what it is as well, though, because I think I've seen this as well. DJs that host are different to hosts that host.
Because DJs have an idea of what they think is
even the fact that he said you'll listen to that song and the 8 bar and whatever is technically based on because of the DJ. I don't, not that I don't know the 8 bar and 4 bar, but I don't know that song in the same capacity he does because he plays that song.
Yeah.
Just what I mean. So that's why I always know. See, like a dancehall meeting, a dancehall host, a lot of them DJ as well. So if they did a DJ, a dancehall host would be a lot different.
Yeah,
because they wouldn't. Yeah, they'd be a lot more like me because they wouldn't really know. Yeah. Oh yeah, remember it says because that's what I'm mixing on that. That's what I mean.
And they want to talk about remember their intro is about certain things.
Yeah.
But your style is like different. Like you're like a proper jukebox. Like he knows every song.
Word for word.
Word for word. And your energy is right. You know what I'm saying? The thing, like you got so much energy even though you don't jump around. It's mad because you give that same energy as the man who's on the speaker box. It's in your voice. You know what I'm saying? So that's why but with you now, with stuff like that, because obviously you see the typical dancehall hosts, they just break it down into sections. Bad man, gyal, money, 4.
There's loads.
Gyal, bad man, money, bad mind, right?
There's more.
Yeah, there's more. But
that's
what I'm saying. That's money, innit? So that's the average you get, innit? And if the band don't know the tune, it's like, you can say that same lyric, because you know what I mean, or you know what I mean?
Bang bang,
bang, anything, any one of them. It works. Or any girl time, no man. Family know say it right.
Any something tight and something clean.
Any song that about that sharp thing. You get me? And then obviously with the money, like. That's when the money forwards come. You just all you have to do is gas the people. So there are generic ones, but as you said, your training makes you tailor make it to every song. So even though we're doing Bad Man, we're going to do 20 different Bad Man. For the 20 different songs, they're all going to have a different talk. Some of them are going to counteract some others because you're going to say if you have a Magnum, a Magnum 4 or 5. And that's it. Bossa Blanca. And then I'll say, ba, ba, ba. And the next one will say, if you have an Uzi and that's it. I'll say, ba, ba. You come to that. Choose one, bro. But either way, they're tailor-made. That's really good practice. So any budding host out there, listening to a station that doesn't have a lot of talking, because I guess that's the reason, and also for the obscurity of the song,
100%.
Then you get the opportunity. So if you can bring in a tune like Leanne Rhymes, or you can bring in like Staying Alive, or you can bring in you can just bring them in, and it also gets you eclectic and gets you outside of the dancehall or the hip hop, whatever lane,
outside your box,
and starts to get you thinking differently. So that's good advice, man. All right, we're going to do a quick fast forward. We can double back afterwards, But this artist thing now, how did that start? The facts,
100%.
Get the money flowers. We've done a lot for the people.
Give no man no flowers.
We've done a lot for the people. Because there have been a few DJs turn hosts. Few DJs turn artists. You know, we've had Quincy. We've had Brando. Master J.
There's been a few.
There's been a few.
Zeeks.
Big Zeeks. Because he was a big striker in it. Mataran, Jappy Ranks. There's been a lot of them.
There's been loads.
But your thing now, Charlie Blacks, like there's a lot of them, you know that. This salty TikTok brother, he's a
salty.
So how did your thing come about now? Because right now, congratulations, what you want, 1 million views in that?
4 million. 4 million views on an audio. It's not even the video. 4 million views.
4 million? Alright, cool, we're gonna drink to that.
Well, we've got to drink in your cup.
No, we've got to drink to that.
You're gonna pour to that.
We're gonna pour and drink. We're gonna 4 million views
in since March.
That's in COVID. It's fucking mad.
Yeah, it's mad.
And that's for Tick Punk Cup. Yeah, Dr. Ross. Okay. Yes, how did the artist thing start? Because it's popping, bro. And I know you don't like to call yourself an artist.
I've accepted.
He does now.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't like it. Accepting it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But your run of tunes has been banger after banger, and they're all connected.
Yeah.
like you have to wear the artist title. You have to. You got no choice.
No argument.
So how did it start?
It started with the DJ, another DJ turned artist, Chukul, and he's done the song Pun One Side. You know, Pun One Side, Pun One Side. So we had a booking, and it was from another obscure DJ, and the booking changed place like 3 times, and we was like, me and Fats was in conversation, and we were like, yo, this is not going to be good. So again, because they brought this DJ over from America, Chukul with 4-star and Dean, and the venue got cancelled, then it got cancelled again, then it got moved.
Well,
so
one got locked off.
One got locked off. Yeah.
And then they moved the next one. It was like on a Monday.
Yeah. And then they did another.
And I was like,
yeah.
Monday.
Instead, we thought it was
like a Monday. It's not. This ain't no bank holiday Monday.
This
is
a
normal
regular Monday, like today.
Yeah, like today. Regular Monday. And they're like, yeah, they're throwing the party again. So I'm saying, what?
Yeah. So I went to that. I said I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pass through. Pass through. Thing was ram. Like got there early. It was quiet. And then like by 12 o'clock. Ram, car, shoulder to shoulder. And we're like, wow. So anyway, this guy starts to DJ, and you know me, we have the full conversation about DJs, what's done good, what's done bad, what we would do different, blah, blah, blah. So I was telling him who the person was before, and he was like, I don't know who that is. So I'm saying, the guy that sings Pun One Side, he's like, who's that? So when he starts MCing, I sent him a voice note.
I know Fats is like,
he sent him a voice note, and he's like, oh, this you!
Yeah.
And he goes, tomorrow we speak. So he goes on YouTube, finds a guy, and he phoned me at like 7 in the morning after I'd come from this party. So I hadn't even proper slept. My phone, he's like, yo, what you doing? I'm in bed. He goes, I've got a studio. That was the conversation. So I was like, what for? He goes, blood, you freestyle all the time. This guy's just talking about Pun One Side and Tasha and Dean and Rare. Go studio. I'm like, I don't have anything to say. He said, well, you better string a couple of them freestyles together and go studio. So I was like, all right, cool. So I went studio and made Ride It. And I put Ride It out and I sent it to him.
I like that tune.
Yeah. I sent it to him. And
That's on the same rhythm as
Gauge.
Yeah,
Good Pussy Girl Forget Things. So how that came about was I had pieces of lyrics that I MC on a day-to-day basis. Let's wait for this.
Did you measure before you went to the studio?
What? Pieces of lyrics. Cut. It's the rub. Yeah.
Did you measure and then say, yeah, my night? I wonder what I can say. Hold on, get a ruler. Sorry.
We're gonna skip past that. So yeah,
It's definitely the wrong.
just pieces of lyrics. It's just explanatory. It's just exploratory things. Just things that catch your attention. Most artists lie in lyrics, so it's for you to decide whether it's true or not. But that was one of the lyrics I had, and then I thought, let me put it together and make it make sense. Because sometimes you're talking about TikTok, and then you're talking about climb on a speaker, so I kind of chopped up the lyrics, put it together, and that was the first song. And I sent it to him, and he was like, oh, "These are my vibes. This is vibes." So I'm listening to it, going, you got Cartel, you got Idonia, and then you got Gauge, and you got me, and I'm like, So he's like, well, you got a little freestyle vibe going. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do songs. I don't want to make songs. So I'm going to keep the freestyle energy. So he was like, that's you. So we did write it, as in we made the song, and then we put it out, and then it got love. Like people cottoned to it. So we sat back again, like obviously his management. So I sat back again, and he was like, fam, make another one, but this time make sure the beat's yours. Because the beat for Riding isn't mine.
Is it that Germany, brother?
Yes, it's what do you call it? Jugglers. Yeah. So I hollered Jugglers, they gave me permission to use it, but I can't
monetize it.
Yeah, I can't monetize it. So I think it was like 2 weeks later, I called Vibes to come over to my yard. So he came over and we built Bacca's rhythm. We built the rhythm in my house. And while he was finishing off the rhythm, I started writing to that song. And that's how Bacca's came about. And I sent it to him, and he was like, it'd be dope if you made it a rhythm back. I was like, this guy's full of gems. This guy's just full of fucking gems. So we came back and we made it a rhythm back.
You're actually a quite smart lad. He's a smart lad.
But we have conversations, so he kind of knows what we're, because we discuss these things. We'll say like, yo, there's no rhythms coming out of London. There's no dancehall rhythm packs coming out of the UK.
There's hardly any dancehall.
There's hardly anything that we're exporting.
Like it would back in the days.
We're just taking things in. So he was like, yo, it's a good idea. So I said, all right, cool, let me call K-More, let me call IQ, let me call, because obviously I'm an established DJ, so I have direct contact to these people.
Yeah.
So it's easier for me, per se, to put something out like this than it is for, say, another DJ that hasn't reached. Yeah, that hasn't reached where we've reached. So try it. No, I didn't have a reply.
Okay.
No one replied. No one came back to me. The names that I called, no one came back to me. If they did come back to me, they said, boy, what project's going on, or rare. And I just took it as...
When they didn't believe in the source.
Partially that, or partially I didn't have a reputation for that yet.
Yeah.
So why give your strength that you've been working on for so long to someone, even though you're an established
Someone
DJ?
trying to take.
Yeah, you're trying to take.
That's what it looks like, isn't it?
So I
Trying to
said,
take.
fuck it. I'm going to put the song out. So me and Vibes put the song out, and when we put the song out, that's when the calls came in. So a couple of people were like, yo, I want to jump on the rhythm is sick, the song's sick, blah, blah, blah. So we worked backwards.
Yeah.
So we ran with that song for 9 months.
Okay.
Every booking, every SoundCloud, if you listen to from March 2019 to like December, every live mix I put out, somewhere in that mix, the instrumental plays for about 8 minutes in every mix.
And that's when he does the talking.
You never hear people play instrumentals for 8 minutes. I just talk and MC and talk and MC. So the rhythm starts to catch a fire by itself, subconsciously.
Yeah.
So by December 2019, people were going, yo, send me that rhythm back there, rhythm back band. And I'm sitting there going, you know, friggin' hard I had to work to put this in your rhythm. So now it's in your, and I'm talking social media as well. So we're posting it on socials, we're posting on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and facts is like, keep posting, keep sharing, and then we go out and we mix it, and then COVID came in. But then someone hit man up and was like, we want to jump on the rhythm. So we repackaged the rhythm and put it back out again in 2020. So now that rhythm has been 2020 March, we put it back out. So it's been pushed for 2 years, coming up to 2 years.
Yeah. But it's just a stepping stone rhythm,
Basically.
in theory, because you got a lot of great projects coming up.
But,
you know, it's that rhythm is mad. The rhythm is mad. Ride It is a sick song.
Thank you.
And it, alright, you see a tune like The Gauge on that rhythm, yeah? More time, that tune doesn't need to be followed by another tune.
No.
It would have been very difficult for any just tune to be on that rhythm and follow. For example, when you listen to
I don't hear about the cocky.
there's a tune, there's a British you on that, isn't it?
Yeah, Blings, recently.
Yeah. No, but I'm
Saying
saying
on that cranium, on that, what's the rhythm? The latest rhythm. And
Gal Policy.
the Gal Policy, there's a whole rhythm.
Like, there's a rhythm, and you wouldn't really know.
Yeah, there's parts of the rhythm
You wouldn't really know. You might not play them.
Yeah, but you see,
You're not playing them by default.
but that's a rhythm. But what I mean, right? For example, like when you look at Munga, yeah, cause a boy like me.
Yeah.
The Dexter Daps on that is bad, you know. You can just go on,
Yeah.
but it struggles because it doesn't need to be played.
Overshadowed.
Yeah, wow, by far.
It's overshadowed, yeah.
But your song. I was gonna say your something, then that was their wife. Your tune, actually, like it's a necessity, and I've heard it be played, and the gauge don't get played.
Yeah.
That alone shows the power.
But that was done on purpose, though. Most of the stuff we do isn't. It's not accidental.
Not by chance.
No, it's not accidental.
You know what? Let me give you. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we talk.
I didn't know he was so monumental in it because in this podcast, he has been monumental in so much. Like we spoke about the idea, but this is like it's almost his baby. That's why I let him be deck one. I let him. I'm just deck. Because he's monumental. This is his baby. Even when we just did the dinner recently, they didn't attend.
My baby.
Yeah, I hear that.
You could contribute, but he didn't turn up.
We should have been there.
You changed the date.
You got the awards.
Yeah, the award now then. Oh, okay. You better sit.
They're the broken ones.
There was 3 broken ones, and what we did was we just replaced.
We done what's in the room.
Yeah, we done what's in the room. But yeah, so
that's fine.
But you would have got one. Because 4 million views is an award.
I intended
Alone. That alone
is an award. So, but yeah. But what I'm saying is, so he's monumental in that, and then with the awards, he's monumental. It's like, so you're actually quite a smart lad. I thought the glasses were just a thing, but they're actually smart glasses.
When I take these off, I take these off,
put them on, hey guys. Alright. So okay, now that's good because I didn't know that's how it started. I honestly thought I did have the idea that it was a freestyle because I've seen you on stage and I've seen you freestyle. And I'm like, alright, that's cool. And I thought, okay, that's probably an idea of where it came from, but I didn't have any concrete evidence. Do you get what I'm saying? So to hear that, that's sick. But it started a bit mad, just go studio. But you know you got that ability. And everywhere you go,
you know what it is as well?
You do that.
When I saw the guy's clip on YouTube, I didn't realize it wasn't. It
wasn't a song.
It wasn't a song.
It's accidental.
It's not a song. It's a clip
That's someone
from
SoundCloud.
that somebody ripped
Oh,
and it's become a song. And he's then been flown to England.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, obviously, no disrespect to him, sick, but it's by accident. So if he technically can become an artist by accident, and people are coming, then we must
do it on purpose.
It must be a free
It's
stuff.
like salty TikTok. Boom, bang, bang, bang. Like
That's
that.
what I mean.
The original was literally
Ripped.
a rip.
Yeah.
He just did it in a dance.
And this is what I'm saying. So if man are able to rip that, then you must be able to throw a little freestyle on a rhythm and run with it. You know what I mean?
So how does your mom feel about this song?
What's that?
You know, I asked that, yeah? Because every time I hear slackness, I always think to myself,
My mum would.
what does your mom think of the
what's
slackness?
your
Especially women. You know when women do slackness? You know, ladies so, boom, boom, this, that, what does your mom think? But yeah, so, I know you're a big man, so it doesn't really matter, but like,
Mum's not really listening to myself.
is it?
It's not made for her.
It's definitely a target audience.
She'll hear it. Like I'll send her the
You
clip.
know, in the room practicing Christmas Day. Take it, pussy, walking around.
Definitely won't be doing that. Definitely.
Oh, man.
She'll get the edits.
Yeah.
But she's proud.
It's sick, man.
Mm.
It's sick. So, artist, host, DJ.
Wrong order.
No, I'm asking you. Artist, host, DJ. What is, if you had to drop one, had to.
So he keeps two.
Yeah, because I just want to know which one you would drop.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to drop one. Which would it be?
Gotta drop one.
Yeah, what are you dropping?
Artists can go.
Artist. Okay.
Artists can go.
Because of the passion for DJing and hosting.
100%.
Okay, but you love artistry as well.
I wouldn't say I love it. I like the creativity of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm not the archetypal, I just love being on stage and singing songs. I like being on stage and freestyling and creating an energy and doing something off the cuff.
Okay.
All of these songs are off the cuff. Okay. Because we've been in the club for 10 years, I know to split a crowd.
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the only people that do that. I know how to move the back of the club forward and the front of the club backwards, or how to make everyone go in a circle, or how to stop everyone talking and then make everyone talk. So the songs I make are a direct emblem of that. I'm not making songs. I think the difference between me as a DJ, it's the DJ creating the songs, not the artist.
Yeah.
Artists tend to go, I feel upset today, so I'm going to write a song about my feelings. Or I feel like I want dig out a girl, so I'm going to write that. Or I feel like I'm a bad man today, so I'm going to write some bad man lyrics. Whereas for me, it's more about, how would this work in the club? Hence you said they're all club bangers. Because I don't really want to make anything else. I don't want to make something that I listen to and go, yeah man, put this on Trace FM or put this on Kiss 100. I don't want drop your top down and listen to conscious lyrics. There's Kabaka Pyramid for that. There's Chronics for that. You know, so sometimes I listen to my songs and think, I need a Gallus song or a money song because I'm just singing pussy, 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 pussy. Pussy, pussy, pussy. Pussy, 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 pussy.
The most I tell him though is that he should make like a
dancing song.
Like a generic dancing because for maybe the last 2-3 years
there's not even
not even that, even one. There's no one in London that supports dancers like him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's no one in London that supports. There's nobody that says, yo, Willie bounce, this one, turn around, do a fling, get a dancer on the stage. Do you understand?
Thank you. You pulled me back there because you see what the dance. See, let's go back to this. You see the dancing thing now.
Yeah.
I personally believe that you are responsible for gas lasting 25 years. The resurgence of gas was definitely you. 100%.
Okay.
Because gas was what, 2015?
Yeah.
And
2015.
2015.
It's been running for 5 years.
And they had it started, but it stopped.
It paused.
It stopped. You brought it back, bro.
Because remember, Nitro started making them gas to the back of the car.
Yeah.
Then gas to the left.
And then gas to the right. And gas together.
Slow motion gas.
And slow motion gas.
The slow mo. All right, let's talk about that. I believe that the resurgence of gas was because of what the impact that you lot created. 100%. Because that was a tune that man stopped playing. Like, you know, when it just went. When I was in Britjam, gas was
Fire.
So it just ran, and it had its time and it done. You lot brought it back. You see Jenna bounce, because yeah was the thing.
Yeah.
But Jenna bounce. See that freeze thing?
The freeze.
Jenna freeze.
Jenna freeze, man.
Became a whole
But Jenna freeze is a worldwide thing now. Like people just Jenna freeze
naturally
in the world. They don't know that he created the Jenna freeze, if you know what I mean. As in, he got the dancers stop.
Just freeze.
Yeah.
They don't know that, but it blew up. The whole world does a Jenna freeze now.
Yeah.
People do a Jenna spin. Jenna spin was ours.
Yeah, Jenna spin.
People do a Jenna spin.
We just kept it going.
Jenna freeze.
But that's because you're being creative.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this is what I've got to work with.
Which is why I told him to go to the studio, because if he's able to make them spin, freeze,
I was already doing that.
Stop, do a flip, all of that,
I was already
you might as well go to the studio.
Then he had Jenna
bomb.
flip.
Jenna bomb. Jenna bomb is cool. When you flip and land
on
that's called a Jenna bomb.
What is the girl done a back flip and then into the split?
That's split in the middle, but that's another one. Viral thing.
Yeah. So you're not absolutely. But what I will say is, you fucked it up for some of us.
Sorry.
Fats booked me,
Sorry.
But it's a party. Now I can juggle.
Yeah.
I can juggle. So me and Fats are juggling, and we're doing the juggling, and then Fats is like, alright, cool. I know this crowd. Go down this lane.
Yeah.
So I've gone down this lane. I'm not doing Jenna freeze because it's not mine. I don't have the freeze ability. Okay, we're doing Jenna normal. Yeah? Jenna normal. And we're playing, and in the crowd, because you're in the building, they're like looking at us like, hold on, bro, why are we not freezing? What's happening? Where's Supa Nytro? What the fuck is happening? I'm getting angry because I'm thinking, fuck off, man. Shit,
got nothing to do with me.
Yeah? Why are you changing the way people hear music? Yeah?
Nothing to do with me.
That shows the impact that it was made, and up to this day,
Still
it still carries on.
Yeah.
Like gas, fling,
Flary. We chopped
Jenna
up
bounce,
Force.
we chopped up
all of that.
Yeah.
You lot created that, and I know them artists love that because you kept them relevant in London. Like all of the others, there's some that you didn't, like Civil. To me, Civil was my thing, but it doesn't have. I'm sure you couldn't do a lot with it.
We could have.
You probably could have done. You could have, but it probably had. It just wasn't. It just didn't fit. Watch Your Wire, all of these other dances, but the ones that's how I know you lot were monumental. And it wasn't about dancing.
Yeah.
It was about the spin that you guys put on it.
It was the energy that was.
Do you feel like a way, because obviously some of the artists, not that they don't do recognition, not that you need the recognition exactly, but obviously they don't kind of know that. Do you know what I mean? That you've given it that extra push of life. Do you feel any sort of like way when that happens?
No. Mainly because number one, we love music. So I don't do this for accreditation. I do it because I love it, and I do it because I'm good at it, and I deserve to be paid for it. Those are the two reasons we do music. You love it, and if you're good at a talent, you get paid for it. The second reason I do it is because I like to be different. So being able to see something and then recreate it in my own vision and then bring that to life is a joy in itself. And that is why I was never bothered about being an artist, because I wasn't doing it to become famous or popular or the most known guy. I was doing it just so that when I went into the party and I'm supposed to play, people know what time it is. You know we're going to play Jenna Bounce 10 times. You know we're going to do guests. You know we're going to split the crowd. You know we're going to play soca. You know we're going to do balance. You know whatever we're going to do is going to be exciting. You never know what's coming. Sometimes I didn't do dances. Sometimes I made people pull out their phones and turn their lights on. Sometimes I made them Snapchat. Sometimes I made them turn the whole lights off.
In the club.
Yeah. That was just having darkness and slow wine and that's what we did.
That's because at first I said to myself, you know what? Supa Nytro has mastered making a person at home want to be in that party.
Yeah.
Master that. Turn off all the lights.
Yeah.
Take out your fucking Snapchats.
Yeah.
And turn out the lights. I know.
I had to steal that one. I stole that one.
Show it out. No.
I stole that one.
He's stolen all of them. We were in Amsterdam. And me and Fats played gas. And they said, all right, go to the right. All right, pull up. Go to the left. All right, boom. Go anywhere you want to go.
And you run into each other.
And the maddest thing. And I said, Fats, you're the man. Anyone I see do this copy you, he said, done no.
But I don't think people copy me.
He's trying.
He's trying.
He's trying. You know, I would say no.
He did. 100.
I don't think. Listen, I don't think people copy me. What I do think is that people take things and don't give accreditation where it's due.
You can be influenced by anyone. I've heard mixes and thought, oh,
that's a bad mix.
It's a bad mix. I'm gonna do something similar. I might even do the same one, and I will shout man up. 100%. There's no shame in that.
What I'm more concerned about is, as you said, we brought back. I wouldn't say I'm responsible for it, but we heavily influenced a resurgence of dancing. That vanished for like 5 years. After LOC, Ring Ding Ding, dancing kind of died. And then once we got back to bringing the dancers forward, man had enough fight for that, you know?
Yeah. I can imagine.
Man had enough fight for that. So that's where we were stubborn in terms of we're going down that lane, we're going to make music go down that format, and we're going to just do what we're doing non-stop. And as a result, it paid off. But it also created some sort of envy. Not people hating, man, or I don't know. I've not really experienced that. People are like, oh, I've got their haters and people don't like me. So I've never really experienced that. Mostly because we don't watch it. We don't really pay attention to it. So, but what we would do is when we're trying to get the dancers on stage, we get problems. Or when we're trying to get the VIP, we get problems. Or when we're trying to build a name for them, we'd get problems. So it was all like, okay, why is it that it's okay for a young DJ to come up and get the shine, but we can't get 3 dancers on stage? You know, we're in mixed events. So it's not just Caribbean people, it's Africans as well. So there's African dancers, there's Caribbean dancers. Why can't we give them a shine? Why do we have to have 15 DJs on the stage doing nothing? So that's where we sort of pioneered that whole, I want the dancers, give them space, give them room. And then the rest of the party would continue as normal. And that's where I sort of stepped back and Fax would be like, you've got something. That's what he would say, you've got something. You've always had something. But each time I would do something, you'd go, I don't know how you come up with that. I don't know how you... And I would go home and sit down and go, what's next? Whistles, horns, flags,
throw them in the
lighters,
get them to
sweets. Get everybody just
blow your whistle.
On a vibe. I know it, and I think I got an idea where you get it from. Obviously, like you're born on a very special day. And I feel like I feel like that's what I stole. I feel like it's a bit of a natural energy because of the day. For those who don't know, we share a birthday. You know what I mean? I warmed it up for him. No, but I can see that you don't do something and leave. I always say I'm one of my biggest critics. I am my biggest critic. I'll do something and I'll leave. And even when I shell and the dance is mad,
still find flaws.
I find flaws and I'm like, we could do this better. I could have done this better. Okay, next time I'm gonna do this. Next time I'm gonna do that or whatever. A lot of people don't do that, and I can tell based on how you're speaking is that like, okay, cool, we've done well. The footage looks good,
100%.
but we could get this.
100%.
We could do more. People can be screaming.
I was.
But you see you two. Sometimes I have to slow you two down.
Yeah, we run ahead.
Both of you are the same in that aspect.
Yeah, we run ahead.
Because I need to slow. No. Let's just
do this first.
Because he will get 9,000 whistles.
Yeah.
You want to do 900 podcast episodes.
Yeah.
Just so I mean.
And call with the people.
Yeah.
I'll book them all. Yeah, tomorrow.
But how are we going to do 9 episodes in one day?
You know,
no, I'm scared that. What do you mean?
You know why it's good to have a fact? Because we are creators.
Yeah.
And when you're creating, you just keep going.
Yeah.
You have to have that wall that goes, yo, that's all good,
enough.
but we still have this to do.
Yeah.
So slow down.
Very level-headed, and he keeps his eyes on the prize. When me, I'm on some shit like, alright, cool, we've done 5 episodes. Let's do 4 episodes for next week, and I'll just keep going and get people and ideas. And then he's like, you ain't spoken to no one yet. I'll be like, Kind of.
Yeah, we're creators.
You better undo that, because it's not gonna work. You get me? So it's sick.
It's not like he inspired the studio transition. It was him that said go studio. I had no interest in it. But once he got there, it was still down to me. So it was down to me to sort of create something that I thought was good, and then we would share it within each other, and he would go, yo, this is a vibe, or like, I feel this one, but I still should dance. He's been saying do a dancing song for like a year and a half. And I did one, and he was like, you did, but it wasn't the right one. Like you did it, it was the wrong way that you done it. So I still have to go back and revisit that. But being a creative it keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
It's not something that I do. This artist thing, this DJ thing, is not something that you do just off the cuff. I could be walking down the road and hear a song and go, that mixes with that. Or I'm in a corner and I'm like, oh, I like what he just did there. If I added this speech to that, I'm
not enjoying this stuff no more.
I'm always working. Although it's partially fun, bro, I'm driving. A man sends me an instrumental and I'm on the A406 just driving, going, what works? That's how road came about. I went around the whole A406 down to the A206 back around. I'm like, oh, that's a circle.
I just rolled around.
And I parked up. And I was like, roll. I'll make your waistline roll. And that's how we kind of built from there. And
sick to hear that. Because it's just getting into your creative mind. You know what I'm saying? Where you think of these ideas and that. No, that's sick, man. That's sick. So I will say, you as an artist is sick. And I guess if you gave up being an artist, you could continue being an artist on stage while you're hosting.
Yeah, just like
so.
I would never give up DJ.
Yeah, no, that's sick. Do you find that you get booked because, as I said, back to being a host of that level, of being a DJ of that level? There's much more people in the DJ. That level has a lot more people as a DJ. So do you find that you get booked for hosting more? Does that bother you? Because you still get to do your thing.
Sometimes I miss controlling myself. Because when I'm hosting and DJing, I know where I'm going. Or I'm generally 3 songs ahead or 2 songs ahead. So I know, all right, cool, they're working with this vibe is working, all right, I'm good to go. And then you might jump 5 songs ahead. But when you're hosting for someone, like I said, I've had some howlers, bro. I've had to come back and turn decks off.
Yeah, because sometimes you're like, okay, we're moving. Where you going, bro? Wait.
Like, I'm a work with the DJ.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas Nytro is a
DJ work with me
host.
I lead.
So no. Not that song. No. Slow down. No. Speed up.
Yep.
No. You get what I'm saying?
Got you now.
So now the DJ he's some DJs are in hell.
They hate that.
Yeah, we worked together once in Turkey.
More than once.
Yeah, I remember the first time we worked was in Turkey, and I experienced this whole shit. But the thing is, the difference with me is, he just said what direction to go in, and then I could see, because having a strong host
makes your set easier.
It makes it set easier. Also, if they're going down a certain road as a whole, don't make the job harder. They're connecting.
Yeah, but remember the difference is some DJs they want to be the DJ. It's hard as a DJ to be the second fiddle.
Yeah.
And it's hard technically for the host to be. So I just work with the DJ.
Yeah.
Me and you technically are partnering together.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of man, a host or a DJ is trying to lead, and then it's a struggle because we're both fighting each other.
Yeah.
You want to go down that road. You want to go around Batman road, and I want to go down Gallium road.
Yeah,
it's a madness.
But you know what? I would have a conversation, innit? If a man said, "Yo, reality time," and there's 50 gal in the middle, like spinning bras in there, bro, it's not reality time.
But that would never happen.
No, maybe not.
No,
You
I understand what I'm saying.
Another host.
It definitely was. I just want to lead. They just want to lead.
I just want to lead as the host.
Nah. And so, because that's the thing, what I noticed straight away.
You know what I mean?
It's done the same to me. See, when I just walked to the camera there,
finish.
I nearly that. This one is stronger than the rest of them.
You understand why I'm not drinking now?
Right, that's it.
Yeah, man.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
ASA.com. They're dangerous. They're dangerous. They are fire. You need to get one.
The drink is mad.
ASA.com. And they
I've had maybe 2 cups. Like, this drink has lit me.
Now, this drink's proper. And it tastes good, bro.
It tastes nice.
How much do they retail for?
£15.
£15.
The glass bottles are £17.
100% worth it.
£15 and the glass bottle is £17.
100% is worth it. Let me try and remember what I was going to say. Yeah. First time we worked, at first, I don't like being told what to do. So at first, I was like, I want this bubble. Then time later, it was a bit whammer than it is now. So I was a bit, I didn't want to say too much. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm joking. But what he was saying made sense. I'm up for any suggestion because I might want to play a tune after the tune I just played. To me, it's perfect. But if a man give me a suggestion and you know what, that I'm open to suggestions because I'm not always right. So once I see that his suggestions work, okay, cool. And he said, yeah, this is the lane, and we're working. We're gonna get people in. I just worked with it. You get what I'm saying? Doesn't always happen because some hosts have the mindset of I need to lead, but don't have leader quality. And that's when you have that struggle. That's when we as DJs turn the mic down. You know, you say you stop. I've done it before, bro, and I will do it again. Bro, I tell you, I just turn it down. I do it neatly. You know, like you must say, yeah, so.
I'm like, it must be 40.
It must be 40, bro. Don't worry, man.
And then someone else takes the bag.
It works fine.
It's about connecting. So if whatever you're doing is connecting, even if it wasn't what I wanted to do, it's connecting. And ultimately, all I want to do is connect with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So when I see it working, who am I to stop it? I'm gonna work with it because that's the aim. You feel what I'm saying?
I think more in that case where you're working with a DJ and you're working with a host, not to sound arrogant or big-headed, but you know which one of you is stronger, and you know who's stronger at what, and you know you've seen certain men do certain things that you go, you know what? Bro, go ahead. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm one of those guys you've seen me work. You've seen what I do. So as a DJ, you're either gonna go, I don't want to work with you, put me with somebody else, or we're gonna find a balance.
Because I can't lie, I have had moments where I have had to lead the DJ. Yo, bro, let's do a little bit.
Let's go here.
Let's do a little bit of slow jams. If you snap it, get them up. Do you know what I'm saying? I've had them moments.
Some DJs have a playlist.
And a tunnel vision.
And they blinking. They only know, I've come to do this though, but I've got track 1 to 16, and you want me to move? I'm only on track 14. You know what I mean? Some people ain't got it like that. All right. So, next thing I want to ask you, branding. I think everyone knows your name because you tell everyone your name. With your hats, your t-shirts, your jumpers, your tracksuit bottoms, your trainers, 100%. Your ears rings.
Shamelessly.
Yeah.
I wish your ears rings.
What was the conscious decision behind that?
Watching big brands. Watching Coca-Cola, watching Pepsi, watching the chocolate brands, you know, Snickers, Nestle. It actually started, I used to work for TFL. I used to be a customer service manager for TFL. And the one thing I would always wear was my uniform. No matter what I did, no matter where I went, even to the staff meetings, I always wore my uniform. And one day leaving work, I'm literally going, even if I don't want to advertise TFL,
I'm advertising. 100. You so much so, if you was on the way home
and I got in trouble,
you bring the company into disrepute because you're walking with the advertising and you're fighting.
100%.
So you're right, 100. Even when you're not trying to promote them, you're promoting them.
And then the other aspect I came across was when you're on stage, and this came more when I was doing bigger events. So I didn't start off doing stage stuff. I was in the 200 capacities and the 300 capacities. I was in the back, in the cage, with the glass around the front, and the iron shitty. You get me? So when you start going out onto stage and you start looking out and you can't recognize the person at the back, not everyone's going to be listening to go, yeah, I'm Supa Nytro. And you're not going to say that all the time. You're not going to be like, yo, the gentleman all said, I'm Supa Nytro. You're not going to do that.
You need to be your own.
So you need to be visible. Yeah. So I put it on my hat, I put it on my shirt, I put it on my jumper, I put it on my rags, I put it on my trackies. I don't have socks. Carla is taking it to the next level. I said, Carla, brand yourself.
Carla's got basketball. Carla's got freaking branding, but you don't need to brand.
So yeah, branding for me was very, very important.
Brand the toilet roll.
Why you ask me to name it? It's a shitty name. So yeah, for me, branding was a key aspect because I would go and like for example, someone would tell me about a DJ called Times 2, just as an argument. Sick mix-up. And I know the name, I know the name of the person. I don't necessarily know what he looks like.
Yeah.
So I could be standing right next to times 2. And I don't know it's you. And a lot of DJs or a lot of humans in general wait until you leave and then DM you and go, oh, I saw you last night. Where? Oh, I was next to you by the booth. What were you wearing? Oh, I don't remember. Whereas a man could have been like, yo, I'm times 2, nice to meet you. Or I'm
because they can tell, so they see probably super nice.
They know who I am. So people get very friendly because they know who I am. And I don't necessarily know them. So it gets like, the branding thing has pros and cons.
Yeah. So it's worked for you.
It's worked for me. I think it worked for everyone.
I think. Thank you, sir. I bought a couple t-shirts and I put my name on them, and I felt like a plonker.
It's not really for you though.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a plonker, bro.
Yeah, but it's on your arm.
Yeah.
So you brand yourself.
So man branded himself on his skin,
When did I
but
get
he
there?
felt like a fool.
Wearing
He
a
felt like
shirt.
a fool wearing a
Wearing
t-shirt.
a
When
shirt.
did I get there? No. I made a hat and I made a t-shirt, and I went into the dance here. And I remember, the man said, I'll tell you exactly where I went. There used to be Brixton Hill, right where the Tesco's is, near the prison. There used to be a rave, a club.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of the club.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I was playing in there that night and got there.
Like South Beach or something.
No, across the road.
Is
it Southside?
Music bar. There's a music bar.
One of
There's a
them.
big space on the other side.
Yeah.
Music bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So man's gone in there. I remember it's Bucky Joe's birthday. Gone to play. The security stopped me and said, "What in it?" I said, "Oh, C6." Then he just started laughing because he could see my name on my hat and on my chest, and then questioned me for my name. And I just felt like a plonker.
He thought it was funny.
He thought he was funny.
Yeah,
Fucking idiot. Man, I said Supa Nytro.
Where are you now?
Where are you right now? Now, so he made me conscious of it. So like I'm now like, raw. So you get me? Like I just felt it might have been the way it was branded. It just didn't sit right with me.
I'm the opposite way.
So I thought, raw, this is mad. But also, I'm in a dance. I think it's because of the difference. You're saying you're on a stage. You're now your audience is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And people, that's the guy.
Yeah.
But they don't know you, or they don't. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm playing in the hood in my bits.
Yeah.
So I'm walking in branded
Yeah.
to people that know me.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, who is it? Okay, he's how it is.
Yeah, that's not a bit of life.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
So I made myself conscious of this because of where I wore it, and I think that put me off. So I started saying, "Fuck it." So then I made a brand that was about me, but not my name.
Yeah.
So the 3 and 6. So the 3rd would be this ABC, and then the 6th would be. So it was all, it didn't really have my name on it, but it was made. People wanted to buy it. I started selling them. You get me? But
I never sold it.
But I can see why it makes sense. You get what I'm saying?
Mine
I see why it makes sense.
was never sold.
But you've got everything.
Almost. I wouldn't say everything. Almost. I don't have any boxes. No one sees those.
No, but everything people can see.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, my tracksuit bottoms aren't really branded.
Yeah.
No one really looks at your pants.
And no one really needs to.
Yeah, you don't really need to.
I hear that.
Whereas a hoodie top half upwards.
I don't have trainers.
And I like the way you do it, but like, because it's uniform, as you say, like, it's what just pick up the swaggy DJs, but that's your business, bro.
I can't afford that life.
That's your business, bro. You soon will, man.
No.
You soon will have platinum.
Even
bro.
when I can, I can't afford
I
that.
hear that.
I ain't wear no LV every weekend. What for?
Some man got too much drip every week. They got drip. Give me a uniform.
Dripping your child's trust fund.
Yeah, see it there.
Dripping your child's future.
See
Drip on your skin. Take it off and not wear it again. Come on, man.
I done a bit of both, but
Yeah.
No problem.
You're drippy.
His shoe game. His shoe game
is
is dangerous.
Bro, he's got Ralph Lauren and everything. Bro, that man, yeah, seriously, I think he's got a horse, bro. Proper Ralph.
Man actually plays polo.
Yeah.
I play polo. In my spare time.
You're proper Ralph up. I haven't seen you do it much recently. Have you kind of
Calm down.
back at yeah?
Calm down.
No, I just got to draw it. It's not draw. I got it, but I just don't wear it.
Proper Ralph off. And you pull off, like, to be honest, no disrespect. You pull off, for men your size, you swag up, bro. You must make some, you know what it is? You make some man get confident, and then they try it, and then they don't look good. Yeah, you do that. Because, seriously, for your size, you swag well, bro.
I kick back in the yards and like, babes, what are you doing? What fucking fats can do.
Fats can But if I can do it, I can do it. It's like, babe.
There's a heavy guy walking out in a fucking bad shirt. Talk about none done.
Babe, it's not for you.
Babe,
What facts does it? Wow.
I feel like you just like fat man. You don't want this chest.
Trust me.
I'm just trying to think, you hear me?
You're sweating.
It works.
So that's a perfect segue. You know,
Mm-hmm.
bro, I see a picture and I said, I wouldn't. If that guy stole my laptop, I'd say keep it.
You actually VM'd me that.
Eh?
You actually VM'd me that.
I said keep that. Keep it, bro.
Nonsense.
Bro, he looked so muscled. Bro, he looked like, remember Arnie in his
Yeah.
Bro, what happened? What was that
I've
about?
seen the pictures.
I started a new business.
Yeah.
So I was like 122 kilos. I've never been that big. Like I said, I did athletics and I didn't want to be that big. So I started training. And when I started training, that was like 2012, 2013. And I got fitter. And as I got fitter, people were like, you should go do personal training. So I went and got qualified, started a business with these beats, and then I just maintained it for like 6 years. So I just, consistent. It was just consistency. I didn't do anything special. I just started lifting and it stopped me from running, which is what I used to do. I did a lot of running. So I would lift 2 times a day or cardio in the morning, lift in the evening, and it just became a routine.
2 times.
Bro, you was wham, bro.
Yeah.
You're wham now.
But I was lifting heavy.
But you was cut, though.
Yeah, I was lifting heavy. And I was consistent. When I say consistent, it was 5 days a week, minimum hour, morning and night. 5 days a week. 2 days off, and on the second day off is when I was relaxed eating. And that was 2 meals. So I would have like 3 pizzas, and I would have like 4 burgers. And then we back to rice, vegetable, fish. You get me? Like it was
2 pieces of 4 burgers.
I could eat.
Gym man don't fuck about it.
Yeah, I eat, fam. So I'm getting weight now.
Yeah.
Because I've just got.
Because you so you kept the eating, but
I've lost the weight.
Let go of the weight.
Yeah.
When we see my man Skip, he does the boxing. I tell you, he lost it. He was
All right. So what I'm gonna do, because this bit's gonna be weird. So for the people that are watching and listening, and they're gonna realize the conversation cut, and now I don't know where we were.
Yeah.
It's cut. The conversation cut because the camera cut out. And I haven't got a fucking clue what I was speaking about before it cut out.
But it's Christmas, so
What is Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Don't say Happy Christmas. Don't say Happy Christmas. Say
Merry Christmas. And
Open your eyes, man.
Get your bottle. Me and C6 can vouch that bottle is worth every penny that you spend. Because
pound.
We're feeling
and it tastes fucking good. The same thing is nothing to get you drunk in. Remember Van and Penn, they drink hooch and get drunk.
Homemade hooch. And we know that don't taste like.
But it gets them drunk. It's not about getting drunk. It's about the taste.
It's tasty.
Because it makes you want more, even though it's not doing it. It's making you. You know you got to drive. You know you got to drive. And you know it's illegal.
He's talking to me.
You know you got to drive.
You know I'm gonna. He's doing that. You know I'm gonna drive.
Yeah.
And you know what you're doing.
You keep quoting. See, come on. Alright,
so here's one.
Yeah.
So I see you doing, obviously your music stuff, but I see you doing a Rum, Colossal Clothing.
Is that your thing?
No, but it's got that. It's got Melody Munch. You got.
What you guys a gift?
Oh, look, there you go.
What your gift?
It's got.
What yours?
What's that now?
It's a cologne.
Cologne. There's a cologne. So we were talking about branding, yeah, and obviously you're branding yourself. Now we're seeing you.
Big boss. Sorry, this is called Big Boss. So therefore, you can't have it. It's got to be for me. Because you're just the boss, but me and this big boss. So if it's a gift, bro, it doesn't make sense.
You can have it.
Don't drink, guys. Don't drink.
I'm gonna give it to you. Christmas. Merry Christmas. C6. Alright?
Big up Marley.
Yeah.
Marley's
So
cologne line.
Big up Marley.
So yeah, with regards to this stuff, so you've got the branding. So what made you even get into that? Because obviously you've got the Acer, Melody Munch, Colossal Clothing, Serena. What's the name? Serena?
Yeah.
Serena.
Big Boss cologne.
Yeah, Cologne.
Yeah. Marley.
What else we got?
Pumpkin
Caribbean Party, obviously.
Party UK.
Pumpkin's Kitchen. So what made you even say?
So these things are you all affiliated with?
Yeah.
Sponsors.
Sponsors.
Do you know what? To be honest though, I want to say like, how do I get an application form to Caribbean Party UK? I've been trying to get into that for ages.
Big boss over there.
I'll got to send the application to you.
Yeah, send me that.
Yeah.
So how did I get into the stuff? Forget that.
You know, like you gave up with that.
No. Do you know what? I come from a background where I don't think we help each other enough. Whether we're DJs, whether we're hosts, whether we're starting a fledgling business, I don't think we help each other enough. So Melody's cooking. We all know Melody. We all know the youth can cook. We all know the youth's trying to
So this is younger Melody.
Melody.
Big shout out to younger
We know younger Melody's a talented DJ. He's trying a new venture in cooking. And I look around and I don't see nobody pushing the man's food. I don't see no one posting the food, tagging him, getting a trial plate or spending some money and going, yo guys, check this out. So how I get into this stuff is they're people I know. And I try their products. And if I like your products, I will brand your product. I'll promote it. I'll buy one. I will wear one. Bear in mind, you have to remember, I'm on stages to well, not this year, but I'm on stages to potentially 5,000 people. At Dreamland, there was 4,000. We go to France, we go to Turkey, we go to Cancun, and you wearing something makes someone go, oh, I never saw that before. If you see C6 wearing a certain thing, you go, oh, whose thing is that? It's like, oh, that's Melody's, or that's Fax's thing, or whatever. So it's like, you have to support the people around you. So I just tend to take up young fledgling black businesses, or just businesses in general, that I like the product and I support it. Hence why I'm here.
Yeah.
This is yours.
Yeah.
This is yours. So I don't really do interviews. He will tell you that.
Yeah.
I don't really do podcasts. I don't really do the artist thing.
Don't chat shit.
I know I have to now.
No, don't chat shit. Because during the beginning of the lockdown, you and what's his name? Corey were doing that podcast on Instagram and let me do what the yardie do. And you attack up the team there.
Where did that come from? Where did that come from? I didn't want to play music. Everybody else was on live playing to an imaginary crowd. So I wanted to have a conversation. So instead of doing the, yo, who did the bar? Who outside can't get in? Courtroom full, the bar don't have no more. It doesn't work for me. So I figured let's have a frank conversation about the industry, about DJs.
Frank conversation. Perfect segue. So big up all of the things that you're involved in. I don't want to skip past it. Shout's going out to Serena. This is really nice. It smells really nice. So make sure you get that. This is my one, but I'm sure you can. Where can you?
Fax will get one.
Where can you copy this?
Just follow me. It's DM.
Okay. DM Supa Nytro. Get this. People, you need to get this. And big up Melody's much younger Melody.
Well, I had the food the other day. I didn't shoot the other day on Monday, and I ate it for 3 days straight.
Bro, do you know
3 days straight I ate that.
You know the first shoot that we was gonna do? I hollered Melody, like, bro, give me some food and get me some banners so that when you come to the video shoot, we can actually incorporate you. Because theoretically, if one video did 4 mil and another video does 10,000, that's a potential 10,000 people that seen your logo. That's why I want to get people involved in what we're doing. So Deck 1, Deck 2 should be in there, should be visible. We're building a platform.
Want it?
I've got 20,000 people on Instagram. What am I using it for? I'm not out there showing my balls.
No, I've always noticed that you definitely.
I'm not out there showing my balls.
What's the platform
It's
for?
not OnlyFans, alright?
What's it for?
I'm just showing my balls.
I'm showing my
I'm
balls.
just showing my balls.
Okay,
But I have noticed that you're indiscriminate with your Instagram.
No, I post everyone. If I like your work, I post it.
And you're not bougie with it. Like, I'm not even bougie with mine. Mine's got to follow a certain trend.
Yours too.
Not
No, but
I'll post anything. But it's got the fit.
or diamonds.
I get it. But your thing is mad.
I think there's a lot of talent that we're not sharing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So now let's quickly get back to this. Is going to be the last thing because the reason I'm saying it, I'm going to tell you what my reasoning behind it. You can tell me because you're the sensible one here. If I drink it now, finish off the interview, do what we need to do behind the scenes,
You would have chilled.
by the time I need to drive home,
you should be alright.
I should be.
If you don't fall down the stairs,
If I don't fuck up on the way out.
If you can make it up.
Do you like that idea?
I'm going to go a little bit more.
Hey, say.com.
We're going to take the risk.
That's the tropical. Stay in your lane. That's the murder one.
Stay in your lane.
Hey, that is the right caption for that one. Because we had the strawberry and we was alright.
Yeah.
But we had the tropical and I'm not in my lane right now.
My lane either.
I'm in all different lanes.
No indication. No,
No, excuse me, sir. You can't do it right here.
No, no.
What do you mean?
Man's hogging,
You're
man's hogging the fast lane.
Is this
doing
my
20.
right?
Thinking all in the slow.
What am I doing? So, when I get back to your live with Corey, now some may remember and some may not.
Yeah.
It was a very, very, very controversial chat.
Yes.
Now, the difference with you and Corey is, Supa Nytro can hit your personality cusses everyone. Like, and you've got such likability that no one takes offense. Even when it might be because you're big. And, I fucking hate him, but I can't say that. It could be that, or it could be your likability, because no one takes it serious, and I hope they don't, because I know you don't mean it in a certain way. But I felt that Corey has a different energy. So even if he had the same vibe as you, came across different.
Yeah, he got.
You get what I'm saying?
He got some flack.
He must have got some flack. So what that conversation now was very, very frank, and it was mainly talking about the industry and talking about people. Now, I feel that you were very smart. I don't feel you really gave your opinion on that at all. I think you did a politician and made Corey talk the thing there. And Corey
to the left.
yeah, they're gonna say, all right, cool. Oh, is that what you think? But no one really knows what you think. Now, why did you not continue with that lane, with that line? Because I felt that you started something good, and then it stopped.
Couldn't get Corey back on the line.
Sorry.
Corey was like,
no,
comes down Mondays. Corey went to DJ, innit?
Yeah, because Corey did a lot on live.
Yeah.
That's one thing we spoke about. He did a lot on live.
Too much.
Too much?
Yeah.
You think you can do too much on that?
100%.
I agree with him. I agree. I don't know if, to be honest, I didn't watch Corey's live, but I do know you can do too much.
Okay.
Being on live every single day is it can be like, wow, you're overdoing it.
Watch out. Free this. We are DJs, yeah? And whoever takes offense, take offense. We are DJs. We get paid to facilitate a craft. If we're in COVID and everybody goes online to show that craft that we get paid for, and you show it in every genre, in every denomination of your skill, Monday through to Friday, whether you do Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and then the Sunday service, you're showing everybody what you do. So when you go out and play now, we kind of know what you do. We know your vibe, we know your energy. Whereas if you had to pay to come to a booking or pay for an event, you might turn up twice a month or once every 3 months. So you kind of go, bro, yo, Nytro, you improved bare, like your thing's different. If you come and see me say, put your lighters up every flipping weekend, you get bored of it.
If I say to you in your house, go and put the light up.
Go in the kitchen and turn on your stove. Open the door. Or run in the back with one. You don't have a backyard. Alright, go by your balcony. You don't have a balcony. Like it gets to a point where you go, do it for a little bit. Showcase your talent. It's supposed to showcase your talent. Not oversell your talent. Not stretch you. So if I know C6 is the guy that's just chilled, mixing, when I go out, this is me just being critical. As a DJ, when I go out, I know if you ain't doing something different, I know what you're going to do. And as a raver who is not drunk, you're not under the influence. You're just chilling in your
who has not lost their head, kind of.
You're just laying in bed chilling.
You haven't been drinking ACN.
Hasn't been drinking no. Forget ACN. You ain't been drinking nothing. You're just in the comments.
I hear you.
I think it's dead.
I hear you. And I guess with
not to knock anybody that
with
did it.
Instagram live, I feel like it won for some people. And again, we go back to our last week. Yes, shout out to Lana. I feel like even
Tiny Ease as well.
So even when I feel like when you get to that and you become a sensation almost, you can you've got a bit more. You get a few. Say like you get a certain amount of tickets in it. Every DJ's got 10 tickets. Do 10 live for the year because they get more. And even like they're all the same. Yeah, you might put a bit more personality than others, but they're technically all the same. So you get all 10. Say you get 10, but I think the Lanis and the Tiny E's and the Continental GTs and those people, they get 50 because of the people gravitate towards them, just like Swarms and Tory Lane. Like they get those because for some reason we dig you on that. But then you got the other guys who just do a lot.
Just knock it out of the park.
Just keep doing it. And then tomorrow they do it. And then they do it and they're happy with their 30, 40 to 100 people. They just keep doing it. So I get what you're saying. But I feel like, again, each to their own.
100%. This is what I said. I'm not knocking anyone that does it. It's just for me, from a marketing standpoint, it doesn't make sense for me.
So you, Nytro, you've done a couple lives.
Yes.
But that's not really where you're trying to go.
I hate them. I hate them with a passion.
Hates Zoom parties.
I hate Zoom parties. I don't do them. I don't do them.
No, you know what it is, because he's like, if you same with me, I haven't done a lot online because I am a connector with the crowd. I'm not as vibrant as him.
Yeah.
I'm not like but
you like,
I'm an energy. I absorb. I give
a certain
and
energy.
then I get back and then I convert it and send it back.
On
And you
Zoom,
don't
4
get it.
fucking screens looking back at you. Someone
get
just
it.
having a sip.
I did a live yesterday. I did a live yesterday for White Yardie's birthday. We did a little hour, and it just didn't have the same. You know what I mean? When I juggle like, see how I do? Yeah, big up the club. And I know people are like this.
100%.
Long face
Vibes.
If they're good, not doing nothing, you get me.
But ironically, you say that, right? One of the best lives that we did was the TPC 1 million.
Yeah.
Was an organised live. It was a celebration of TikTok Cup reaching 1 million. So we went there with the energy of, yo, we don't really care what's happening out there. We're just going to vibes and enjoy the fact that this did what it did. Whereas other lives are just, we're doing it for you to come involved and try and help me build my platform, my numbers, and we weren't doing it for that. So we didn't care if it was 10 or 50. I don't think anybody goes online and sees 7 people and go, ting, I shall. No one does that. We all want a certain amount of numbers.
You have this vision.
You be like,
there's a desire.
you be like, make it 100 and I'm alright.
Yeah.
So, TikTok Cup now, 11 million. 4 million.
4.2.
Are you selling it on iTunes?
Yeah, it's on board.
Where did you get in the charts and stuff? How is it going?
I didn't follow that enough. I didn't follow that stuff.
What about your you post your the artist thing?
Yes.
You post your
Spotify.
Your Spotify.
Spotify was good though.
Yeah.
What
Half a
was
million.
Half a million.
Yeah.
Just on Spotify.
Just on Spotify, yeah.
That's dope, bro.
489,000 or something like that.
That's dope, bro.
For March.
That's dope. And the thing is, the girls then would do it, the dance to it.
Yeah, it went off.
So it's not even
around the world.
It's not normal. So another thing. Now forgive me, because I'm a little bit.
Tips.
This is a Robert Christmas episode.
Are the videos true?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I asked this.
What do you mean? Did he get them to do it?
No, I know they sent it to him. No. What I mean is,
Did I edit the song behind it?
yes.
No.
Because of late,
No.
there's so many
With the
with
A lot.
dancing.
Okay, so let me
But I'll tell you why I say this here.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were all real.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then I saw, not
You saw like a double up.
Then I saw a double up.
You saw
Hold on!
You saw one with nitros and you saw one with
I said, I've seen that dance before. I like that tree in the background, and I've seen that tree before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I managed to do a little bit of investigation.
And you realized there was an original.
And yeah, so it was originally your one, but it fit well with some lesser stuff.
Okay.
So it made me say, wow, are they all like this?
Yeah. No. So let me give you a little insight.
Break it down.
Because in the past we've had those plans. So not plans to take someone else's song, but plans to say, all right, you over there make a video, and then you over there make a video, send us a video, 10 videos come in, we get the videos, we then post them. Yeah? We had that plan with Tip on Cup. We said, what we're going to do? We brought the songs out, what's the next plan? What's the next move? How do we promote it? All right, cool, let's get some girls to dance. But randomly, it just started trickling. The videos started coming, randomly. So they just started coming. And then
like tag you in.
Yeah, so it'd be on like TikTok. They just be TikTok. On TikTok doing TikTok Cup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it just started trickling.
If that appears in my next song.
Yeah, so it just started trickling, and then out of nowhere, he'll be sending me like 30 40 he'll be like, yo, fam.
But I was blown away.
Like, as in, he started getting numbers that were like, bro, stop sending me.
Blown away.
Nitro, stop sending me that. My phone can't hold that kind of number. It's mad. There's too many.
Yes. Stop.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I know it's original.
Yeah.
They take instruction.
Yeah.
Tap tap.
Yeah.
That's the one. Then you know it's not fake. When you tick tick tap tap, it's not fake. Round two. It's not fake.
So yeah.
If I'm to talk about that song.
Let him do. Let's just talk about what he's got coming up.
All right, people. All right. This is a perfect perfect example why we need a producer for this show. Because what's happened is,
I'm all hot in that.
Nothing's like, I fucked up everything. And it's not even my fault. I didn't ask to come here and drink today. They brought me drink, and like it's all gone mad. So this is literally recorded after we've been speaking for about 45 minutes, isn't it?
Maybe about 20, but
20
still,
minutes,
but
and
still
it hasn't been
25.
recorded.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna quickly do?
Oh, you killed me today.
What we're gonna do now?
Absolutely killed me today.
I just.
So
it's Christmas.
what we're gonna do?
It's Christmas. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just say, thank you for coming here today, Supa Nytro.
Fire ban coming.
Yeah?
Forwarding.
Thank you for forwarding here. Okay, Mr. Nitro. Okay, thank you. I am tapping out from here, so my voice will be gone. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure, my bro.
Thank you for having me.
Hand over to deck 1.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay. So for 2021, what have we got coming up, Nitro?
Let me compose myself.
Round few. So for 2021, what you got coming up?
We've got a brand new rhythm coming up. It's dropping in January. That's called the Belly Dancer Rhythm. As you know.
Who we got on it?
Got some amazing talent. We got like Esprit from Sweden. We got Lali from Jamaica. We got loads of UK acts like Kamo, myself. We've got Kalai, Dio, Marley,
Birthday, Cutty,
Spooky. It's a big rhythm. It's a big rhythm. So that's
and it's produced by you.
It's produced by
and
myself
Supa Nytro.
And
Supa Nytro. Acer Rum Punch has got me
by DJ
Vibes
and co-produced by myself.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And then in February I've got a new song coming out with an artist called SG from New York. Featuring me. So it's my song. And then the official rock video, which is the big one, in Mali, that drops in March. Around, big man C7's birthday. So drops around that time, so we're gonna celebrate that one. That one there, I'm gonna drink. We're drinking on that one.
So you'll feel how me and C6 are feeling right now.
I hope to be passed out by that time. I hope to be on the floor like an old man.
Well, if you do a bottle of this, half a bottle maybe, you'd even be. Yeah, this is got me seeing triple.
So you can follow me on all socials at Supa Nytro. That's SUPANYTRO. YouTube.com/Supa Nytro. And you only get to have the YouTube.com/ after you hit a certain number. So,
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, before that you get like XVZ7756L/G.
Oh, so all this time I've been saying deck 1, deck 2, / deck 1, deck 2. You might not really be getting, you've been getting YouTube.ng9873WXY. Oh, raw. All right, well, big up YouTube. Get us on and sort it out. Thank you.
Follow me on Snapchat and just big thanks to those that's been supporting. Big thanks to people that's been pushing me towards the artist thing. Don't think I'll ever be a fully fledged artist, but I'm enjoying the journey of creating.
Yeah, man. Works are run.
That's the talk.
Works are run.
So yeah, man. Big thanks to the people that's been streaming. 4 million views is a huge. I know he's a sick guy. I think he's like crushing down bits of cloth. C6 is gone. So big thanks to everyone that's supported, that's streamed, that's made a video, shared a video, tagged someone. People that have supported silently, that's just been proud of man and not said nothing. People that has popped out in front. People that have popped out and showed their appreciation and their gratitude. Big up the full Caribbean Party UK team. Big up my artist friend them, Kalai, Marley, Mac. Big up management and big up the solemn voice in the corner, fire for background that makes sure that we stay on job. So man like Fatima, aka Fats Official, aka it's Mr. Party Time. Much of this wouldn't be taking place if it wasn't for him. And also don't forget acer.com, that's my business, that's my rum. Me and my team, Sean, Hakeem, that's the rum. acer.com, grab that. It's a killer.
Yes. And if you made it this far, I don't know if they heard this bit, but I will give you the first person to DM me a deck 1, deck 2 woolly hat. You'll get a bottle of Acer rum, and C6 offered a high five.
Yes, with his yellow palm.
So if you want all of that, DM me. Just say, yo, I listened to the end.
I reached this far.
Yeah.
You know what would be mad?
Then
if they said, don't worry about the rum. And don't worry about the hat.
I just want the high five.
That would be wild.
You know why that would be wild? Because nobody would say that. Nobody would be like, yeah, I want a virtual high
I
five.
want a virtual high five from
No
C.
chance.
Bloody sir.
From B7.
Yeah.
Big thanks for having me, man. And don't forget to check out my boy Marley's cologne line. It's called Serena. Goes by the name of Big Boss. Eau de Parfum.
Eau de Parfum.
Got one
Yeah.
for C6.
I'm on this, man. This is
But yeah, don't forget youtube.com/Deck 1 Deck 2. Make sure you subscribe, and soundcloud.com/Fats Official UK. Make sure you're following and logged on, liking, reposting, all of that.
If sorry, bro. If the YouTube what Fats just said
Just
don't
about to say
work,
Yeah.
search for
Deck
that.
one, Deck one,
just
Deck
search
two.
Deck
Just
1
search
Deck 2.
Deck 1,
Yeah.
Deck 2, 'cause,
Yeah, big up yourself. Don't worry, man. We're gonna get to that.
Of course,
We'll get
man.
there,
Of
we'll
course,
get
man.
Yeah, we're just grinding. Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Man.
Send on.
I've recorded this bit.
Oh, you are.